Greenland's prime minister is warning of American aggression ahead of a visit from Second Lady Usha Vance and other top U.S. officials. President Trump has made no secret of his ambition to take control of the island, something that he even emphasized again today at his cabinet meeting. Take a listen.
Yeah, well, not provocation. This is friendliness, not provocation. We're dealing with a lot of people from Greenland that would like to see something happen with respect to their being properly protected and properly taken care of. They're calling us, we're not calling them.
National Security and Defense Analyst Mick Mulroy with me now. So, Mick, 8 countries border the Arctic. Why such an intense focus on taking over Greenland?
So, Kira, it's important to point out the Arctic's becoming more and more strategically important as the ice melts. There's more access to these resources that are under the ice. There's also passageways opening up that we have never seen that makes the world, quite frankly, a much smaller place. So that's why there's so much intense interest. As you said, there are 8 countries. One of them is the United States. 2 of them are Canada and Greenland, which is why I think there's such an intense focus by President Trump on these 2 countries. Of course, these 2 countries are also allies and members of NATO. So there's many other ways you could go about this other than trying to essentially force them into becoming part of the United States.
So what exactly can be accomplished on this trip then?
So this might backfire. Of course, most people in countries are very fervent about their nationality and sovereignty. So going there under these ideas that we want Greenland to become part of the United States might just solidify opposition to becoming part of the United States by the people that live in Greenland. So it is a risky move, certainly, and there's many other ways to go about this other than trying to force them either economically, like in the case of Canada, or just essentially purchasing potentially Greenland, other than the way we're doing it.
All right, Mick, I just saw some text messages from you. I just want to just totally shift gears here for a moment. I hope you're okay with that, and the producers as well, because it's this breaking news story about the Atlantic reporter that got on this chat via Signal with Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, and learning all these secretive details about striking Yemen, targets, a date of the attack, etc. You're a former CIA guy. How the heck could something like that happen? And is it normal operating procedure to talk about war plans on Signal?
No, it isn't. And I think anybody with a fair view of this would say it's unacceptable. And it was unnecessary. All these individuals, these are the principals of the CIA, of the Defense Department, the National Security Advisor. They have access and have approved devices that can talk classified material with them. There's no reason to use your own personal device or a government device that has Signal, which is a commercial application, on it. You could simply use what's issued to you. So there's really no excuse for this. You do not talk, certainly, war plans on unclassified, unapproved means. And if this was anybody else down the chain of command, there's likely to be a significant investigation and people would be held responsible.
It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. And boy, would I have loved to have been on that text chain. Talk about scoop. Mick Mulroy, appreciate you. Thank you so much.